The case of EFF leader Julius Malema has been moved to a bigger courtroom due to capacity challenges at the East London Regional Court. Judge Toinette Olivier is expected to deliver pre-sentencing procedures today. Now, security has been beefed up around the court. Malema is appearing for the pre-sentencing proceedings following his conviction of discharging a firearm during the party's 5th anniversary celebrations held in Mdantsane back in 2018. His conviction includes the unlawful possession of a firearm and ammunition, discharging a firearm in a built-up area, and reckless endangerment. Now, scores of supporters are outside the court. We actually now joined by our reporter Abongile Jantjies, who's been monitoring proceedings inside court. We also have our reporter stationed outside, that's Siti Mamfeko, as well as Sakina Kamwendo, who've been interacting. You can see those visuals. They've been interacting with the supporters outside, but we'll start to just bring you an update from what has been taking place inside. So we start with you, Abongile. Good afternoon yet again. A brief adjournment yet again. They'll resume at 1:30. A bit technical at this point. We heard the prosecutor at the start. Now, basically cross-examining, if you will, the social worker, just taking her through some of the cases where she has argued for a deviation from the minimal sentence of some of her clients. Just share with us exactly what has taken place thus far.
Exactly that, Mfundo. Well, the prosecutor is trying by all means to poke holes into the social workers' work and her previous work so that it can be able to discredit this one of the EFF leader, Julius Malema. Well, he even made reference to a similar case of Fismasfall where petrol bomb was thrown into a police van, and she had done a similar case, but this one was in a household, saying that there are similarities, and that person who had done that deed of the Fismasfall got 8 years in jail, and he is saying that those are similar, but she opted for a lighter sentence other than that one. So those are the things that Advocate Jules Caesar of the state is trying to show, that she is becoming lenient when she's writing these reports of pre-sentencing, even though she has much experience having worked with correctional services before, with the Department of Correctional Services before, and now coming to her private work as a social worker. But she is doing by all means that people who are offenders don't see the time in jail, just like this one were at. You recall that she mentioned before that the EFF leader is a person who is quite a good Samaritan and charitable at that. He is an advocate for the poor and etc., etc. But the state is saying that the seriousness of the charges that this social worker, Jessie Thompson, has worked on, there seems to be a bit of leniency. So he's trying to show that, and in 30 minutes time we'll be back here in court where he will continue with cross-examining her because of her previous work and some of what she has done previously, and then come to this one of the EFF leader, Julius Malema. Indeed, he is being technical in this regard.
Abongile, I actually want you, if you can, just indulge us, if you will, and just share with us the legal team of Julius Malema, just for the benefit of those who have just joined us now and might not know, but we do know that it has been boosted. Tembeka Ngugaitobi, senior counsel, has also been added to the team. If you can perhaps share with us who forms part of the EFF leaders' pre-sentencing legal team now.
Well, I can tell you from the start it was Advocate Lawrence Holders, who has represented quite a number of politicians, even the Ace Magashule case, the former ANC Secretary General, on that asbestos case where he's facing in that High Court in the Free State. He is representing him there, and here too he is representing the EFF leader. And now that the Advocate Ngugaitobi is also in that. The others, their names I seem to have forgotten, but they come really highly reputable in their line of work. But Advocate Holders has been here since this matter commenced, and he's the one who has been leading his testimony, and even calling him even to the stand to ask him about this. That's where he also revealed that That's where the EFF leader, Julius Malema, revealed that that gun is actually a toy gun when he testified here last year. So it's really people who come highly reputable in the legal fraternity, even some of the people who are advocates here in East London, they say that those people do come at high prices, and they're not easy to get. So we can tell you about the seriousness that the EFF has invested in this case of EFF leader Julius Malema, and them wanting him not to spend a single day behind bars in Mfundo.
Now, but earlier on, you spoke to AfriForum's leader, one of the leaders specifically in that province, and of course we all remember they brought this specific case. Just share with us their sentiment today as proceedings continue. Are they still maintaining that there needs to be custodial time?
Yes, indeed, Mfundo. They've been saying, even when I was doing a previous story on this matter, they've been maintaining that they'd be surprised if Julius Malema doesn't see any jail term. Mfundo. They want him behind bars. They are the ones who brought this case from the get-go. They pride themselves saying that if it wasn't for them, this case wouldn't have seen the light of day. You'd remember, the one evidence that brought this case to light is the issue of that video which went viral back in 2018, and that's when they took that matter into. They reported it to the police, and then the police investigated, and then the NPA laid charges against Julius Malema, and that's why we find ourselves here. So they are saying if it wasn't for them, this case would have been swept under the carpet.
All right, Abongile, thank you very much for that reportage. That's SABC News reporter Abongile Jantjies, who continues to monitor the pre-sentencing proceedings at the East London Magistrate Court following the conviction of Julius Malema in relation to the discharging of a firearm.